story time, as I promised in the last video. And today we're going to talk about my crazy ex. Now, before we jump right in, I just want to say thank you. And thank you for liking, and thank you for coming back. We love that. We love that here. Anyways, so now that we're getting into this video, I just want to warn everybody, like, it does have a little, it might be traumatizing to some. So this is a warning, just to let you guys know. So we're going to start from the beginning. I think I found him on we went online. I can't remember who found who, but we met online and we talked for a while, and the hug get go. And after we talked, we had got together and everything, and it was good at first. We did literally everything, like talk, text, everything, all day, every day. And it didn't start seeming, he didn't show me anything until like we were together like six months. I want to say 6 months. He just started like, I don't know, he just started being like weird. And he, like, not weird, but he just started acting funny towards me. He just started like, getting mad at me because I would like say something's bothering me. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I would like text him like when I wake up, like, oh, good morning, all that good stuff. And he wouldn't, respond until, later in the day. It'd be like 6. And he would say, he wouldn't even like acknowledge what I said. He would just say, oh, hey. And I told him, I'm like, that bothers me. I don't like when you do that, because it just feels like you're brushing past what I just said. Like, you don't care about what I just said at all. And you just saying, oh, hey, like. And he literally went off on me because I said something was bothering me. He just said I'm overreacting, yada yada yada. So it went from like, it started with like little stuff like that, and then it just went from there. And like, I took a lot of that until I couldn't take anymore, and then I ended it. And then me ending it didn't end it, because he started like calling me from unknown numbers and texting me from different Instagrams, and like, he was just like full blown stalking me. And it even like got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep him from, getting my number or following my Instagram. So what I did, I made my stuff private for a while. And I wouldn't answer any unknown numbers. I mean, I don't answer unknown numbers, but I wouldn't at the time. So when he would, like, when it would say unknown, it would just, pop up on my phone, and I could block it. Like, I would just block on your phone, you can block unknown numbers or spam callers. And I blocked them, and I was like, yeah, I'm not about to do this. And it went from him trying to get in contact with me to him like going crazy. He got my Snapchat. And I changed my username. I just changed my username recently, but before I did, he knew my Snapchat by heart. And he went on my Snapchat, and then he was like blowing my phone up, like, you know, like blocking me and all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, what? He literally was telling me to leave. Like, leave him. You're not worth it. He literally was telling me these things. And I'm like, okay, leave you. And I left him. And he was like, he came after me like I was like, he was the one, like, you know, like he didn't want me to leave and he loved me and all this crazy mess. And I was really confused. Like, he was sending me mixed signals and I was confused about everything. I'm like, do you want me or do you not want me? And then I ended up going to where he, I mean, like, where he lived, like, not where he lived, but like around the area. And I'm literally like, okay, since you want to talk, let's talk. Meet me in a public area and we'll sit down and talk about this. And that's when it blew up, because then he tried to like flip it on me. Like, I was just using him. I don't know why, but I was just using him, and I just wanted him for the wrong reason, and yada 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 yada. And he was literally gaslighting me, like out of my, I don't know if I should say it on YouTube, but he was literally doing all these things to me. Like, I was just the bad guy, and I wasn't having it with him. Like, he was treating me like I was the one who was doing everything badly. And that sucked, because I'm like, what? I literally love you, and you treat me like it's my fault. And I wish I could tell like the full story and details and everything. It really would take a toll on me to do all that. And I don't want to do that on YouTube. So I'm really like, end of the story is I got away from him and I haven't heard from him since. So I'm kind of glad about that. I'm kind of glad that I can say I walked away before I like got too deep into the situation. You know, I walked away without, you know, getting pregnant or, you know, like finding a way to trap me into that toxic situation. So I thank God I walked away before it got to me being like, you know, trapped forever, or Lord forbid, like anything crazy where he would just like, you know, say, I'm sorry to all the women out there who can relate to this and who had an ex kind of like mine who was just really manipulative and would gaslight you and really like emotionally abusive. Like, I just want to say, like, I'm really sorry if you're going through that, or if you had gone through that. I just want to say I'm sorry, because honestly, no one should ever have to go through any of these things. No one. Like, it's insane. No one should ever have to go through that. And I just want to give my props, because some people are really just strong. So I really want to tell this story to you guys because you know, you guys asked me to do it, but also just to shed light. Like, I just want to like say, you're not alone. You're not alone, and whatever decision you make, you're gonna have support no matter what. Like, You're gonna have family, you're gonna have friends. If you can, get out of that situation, because there's no need for you to stay. There's no need for you to stay. I'm wishing everybody the best who is in that situation. You know you can't get out, but I just want you to know, like, you're not alone at all, at all. So that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I just want to say like, comment, and subscribe if you liked a certain part. If you resonated with a certain part, write a comment. I'm going to read them. And thank you guys for coming back, and we'll see you next Thursday.